Ladies and Germans, it's Thursday. This is Conover.
Namming Roo. Hello, hello, hello.
And folks, we told you on Tuesday we bring in it to 2v2 and we deliver. I know theoretically, Thursday should be for 3v3s, and if you guys want to see them, you got to send us them.
Yeah.
But for right now, let's stick with the 2v2 that we do have. Um, Definitely on the tiny town of St. Mariglees, Rang, who is blogging it out.
Well, on the left hand side in blue we have Let Me See Your War Face. Err. He's playing as 2nd Infantry Division. That was how my war face sounds. And then we have Mitchell as SAS. Right hand side we have RFD Sturmovik PL as 17th SS. And Rota as 91st Lafland. Duh.
Now, I'm fascinated by one thing. We actually are seeing a starting support truck.
What? Where?
Yeah.
What the? I'm guessing.
Sturmovik. Okay, look at that second armored
Oh yeah.
column that we have there. It's very interesting. It's not something I don't ever see it actually.
I'm guessing he's getting the neighbor for at the start, so you only really got one barrage of it. So it does make sense. Yeah, we're also seeing a goddamn BMW, which is also a unit we never really see all too often.
Yes, Hans McQueen. I'm super excited for that.
Yeah.
But how these guys gonna match up? So it looks like for the most part, what second infantry is facing off against Sturmovik. Which way is that gonna go?
It's going to be really interesting because all divisions are pretty heavy infantry divisions, to be entirely honest. Your SAS becomes a tank division once you phase it, and the 17th has Stug Force. But I think it's definitely going to come down to a pretty big infantry brawl in the town as we see it's a cluster. But also up north, Metro is doing a pretty big push up here of 2nd Infantry. It's got a lot of guys being brought in to try and secure that northern farm.
Actually, what's really sad? Sturmovik is not really moving in.
Oof.
It's that column.
Forgot to
That's
micro
okay.
it at the start. That's gonna cost him a few seconds.
One thing also worth calling out: there is an off-map call in here for 210 millimeter. I would not be surprised to see them just start tossing down a couple of artillery barrages right here on the western side of that town.
Yeah, that's probably be a good idea. It's pretty classic 91st opening up proof the off-map artillery. But Metro's already planned to get a good position in the town as he has those saboteurs, and also get a lot of Maquisards in there. Those Maquisards are going to be rather tough to rout out. You're probably going to want, probably 210mm artillery fire to get them out in their buildings.
Very, very true. But those Fallschmakers hold pretty well. The
Oh yeah,
Ersatztruppen, on the other hand, not quite so much.
not so much indeed. They're nice and cheap.
Do you think that maybe what Walter is trying to do is just level the town so that way he can level the playing field, or no?
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely what he's going for. As that's going to get some rather nice hits on the Maquisards, as you see, forcing them all to fall on back, and that's to allow the Fallschmakers time to move on back and get a good defensive position in the town.
Indeed, but the Maquisards will go after the Ersatztruppen, and it's weird. I kind of want to say that the Maquisards are way too heavy to be a recon squad, but they've just look at that.
I know, it's like a Trollman squad. They're really quite big, but I guess because the whole idea is that French partisan units, they know the country, so they also not ran a bunch of military gear.
Blah
So
blah blah.
all that, so they're probably it's just this French Eugene bias.
Also worth noting, we have a Storch aircraft coming up to the north, and while the second artillery barrage is going to come in, prepare to see the Nebelwerfer fire the second that he really knows where the enemy's front lines are.
I really like seeing his Storch. I just want to see
Yeah.
his point of view from Sturmovik, and yeah,
Well, here's that artillery.
yeah, trying to counter battery the 60mm, which is definitely a good call. That 60mm is a rather nasty piece of work, especially with 3-star veteran C. And
Mission completed.
yeah, but not enough to get the kill.
Yeah, but you know what's going to keep them back, and the Ranger mortars are going to be kept at a great distance. And in the meantime, the excellent off-map barrages have really allowed the Germans to make a concerted push into the town.
And one Fallschmacher squad making some good progress, which is pretty good as Fallschmachers in complete CQC environments don't do too well, but If he just keeps, a nice 100-meter line between him and any French infantry, he should do pretty well.
Especially Hotchkiss infantry. Those guys are kind of a joke, but regardless. Looking down to the south, we do have the possibility that captured Panzer III there could definitely face off against the 39H, but I do not see that Renault tank really causing a lot of issues
Yeah,
anytime
he
soon.
also got an AT gun being brought down there too. It's probably
Also
just a
true.
Pack 36, but still at that range, it's more than enough. Really quite surprised how neither side is really focusing on the southern flank. Both sides were like middle and north, middle and north. That's all we're gonna do. It's like a southern side is just it's just the outskirts. We just want to focus up north a bit, make it nice
But
and easy.
can you blame them? Oh,
No.
whoa! Actually, we have three machine guns being brought in by Sturmlevik.
Oh damn, there's a lot of DACA.
But can you blame them though? I mean, like you said before, these are infantry divisions. This is not going to be a a lot of vehicle play until Phase B, and Phase B is still another 5 minutes away.
Indeed, indeed.
Ugh.
Off map's gonna be a really good hit. If he can knock out the Hotchkiss, that'll be a very good kill. We also got the heavy mortar here from 2nd Infantry, pounding away at the town, and
and that's the town.
that's the town. It's got a few, we got a rally squad and Mackey's artillery left in there, but everyone else is forced to bugger on out. So that's taking new firing positions.
Well, and Ulig is right there to cause a lot of extra veterancy for a lot of people. I think that's another one of the 8 Fallsch makers moving on in. Now, I would be fascinated to know, first of all, where the second barrage is going to be from this Nebelwerfer. And the Storch is going to die. You monster. It's probably going to be the CGMC at this point already.
Yeah.
No. No. It's going to be...
no.
Oh, there we go.
Caster's curse. And you almost crashed into the Nebelwerfer, but fortunately...
That might actually would have made me cry.
That would have made me laugh.
We have very different sensitive humor, apparently.
I have a very explosive humor, so to speak.
I think there are those who call them something different from that, but if you say so. I do love having this machine gun platoon moving forward. 3 MG42s. Kind of funny to watch, squad to squad bound forward. And worth noting, our first points are on the board. Now, we haven't really talked a lot about what happened in the north here. In fact, a lot of my attention's been on the town. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's been on the town for sure.
We have a Stug that's holding strong. We have a Sherman that's completely and totally worthless.
Not good.
And the Germans, I think, are potentially pushing towards cleaning up the south. They only have a pop gun down here with the Pack 36, but that's still worth noting.
Yeah, one Fallsch squad managed to force back those 2 rallies and getting into a good position by the horseshoe, which is a great defensive position to hold on to. Whereas Fallsch and Ursatches, if he can hold on to that area, that's really gonna put the game in the German favour.
Well, even more so, if this Pack 36 can get a shot off onto that Panzer III, heck, if the Renault tank can do it. Driver knocked out, that's important.
Ammo storage is important.
Fire again, you fool.
So we got a friend...
Yeah,
I just realised, we got a French tank manned by Germans, and then we got a German tank manned by French.
Yeah.
Steel Division, Normandy, 1944.
Worth noting, we have an FU, the Vierkanone, Non und Dreißig, looking for that artillery park, and he's nailing it. Oh my god.
Damn.
He's pounding the snot out of that. And actually, the mortars have no way to get back at him either, so...
Oh yeah, I think they... Maybe just a little bit out of range.
And it's only 1 star, but that's still nothing to sneeze at. If you had gotten lucky and hit that duck, that would have been a dead duck for 1. But of course, it's not rabbit season, so... Ooh, and then we also have a Junker 87 to the north. Looks like the Stug has gone down in the meantime. Unfortunately, I do not see what killed it. My guess is... Not the Sherman.
I think it's a range of Marauders.
That wasn't that. They still have full. May have been
Huh.
57 mil.
That's something we'd have to check the history
Junker's
for.
gonna die. Oh wow,
Whoa, what the?
that was really surprising.
Pulled off last second, yeah. The flank civilian, or flank villain, saving the day, yeah.
You know, this is probably what it is. I keep imagining Longest Day when they have, I don't know, long story, when they're chopping the little dolls the first time,
Yeah.
and the Germans are firing up with everything they've got. There's like I feel like that the flak Vierling is that four cannon thing you see some guys make this hefty bark. It is terrifying to hear. I'm probably wrong, but that's all I can think of right now.
I mean, it's a very good idea. Why have one 20mm autocannon when you can just have four? I mean, Erasmus did it in the Cold War.
Exactly. Well, they were
Shoka.
watching the Germans. They were like, "Hey, this works. Why
Yeah,
not? Let's do it."
works. Just more. The Daka ray is the best ray.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
In the meantime, the Char B1 is, well, he's in the area as well. So now we have French tank on French tank.
Mon Dieu.
But despite this, the Germans are having themselves a bit of a field day. They have pushed west for quite a bit down in the south. That looks to be getting cleaned up ever so slowly. And meanwhile, the town is back in French hands. And let me see, your war cry is doing the same thing we saw on Tuesday, dispatching huge swathes of infantry all at one time. Right before the phase changes over as well.
Indeed. And we're into phase B now, so both sides have more stuff available to them, as that's usually how the phase system works. If I recall.
I think you recall correctly, good sir.
Thank you. That's
You know,
Pack
Pack 38 to
38.
the north. Dude, he's like, oh my god.
He had one job. He's gonna get a second shot off at least.
Little fragments, okay.
Okay, there we go. Yes.
Fire again, you fool.
Doesn't have line of sight, unfortunately.
Ay, ay, ay.
But better than nothing. That's better than nothing.
I suppose that is true.
Yeah. That Sherman's going to fall back and get resupplied and raid around for all the ammunition to be loaded in. And by that time, the Stug's going to be on position. That Stug is a rather nasty customer.
Meanwhile, Nebuchadnezzar will probably fire to the north. I think he's got a kill order coming on in.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, Sturmaffe could probably do some more neighbor Ralphers too. You know, you can never have enough neighbor Ralphers. Because this one neighbor Ralph has been doing a pretty good job. And this is one neighbor Ralph.
Third barrage? The third barrage I think he's had.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Now, I am surprised that the Germans have lost as much of the town as they have.
Yeah.
Yes, the Demi Brigade is fearsome in close combat, but I didn't think it was quite that fearsome.
I think the B run really sealed the deal for the town, and after losing all the off-map strikes, as that 1B1 is just pretty much annihilating everything, and it comes in contact with me as Fallsch's aren't close enough to Panzer Faust it, and they're gonna die. They're gonna die.
Oh, I hate to say that was not a foregone conclusion, but that pretty much is a foregone conclusion.
Probably could have used some Panzer strikes in town. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, also worth noting, I don't know what has stressed them out, but the Nebelwerfer and the Opel Blitz are both rather terrified individuals right now.
Oh, yeah. I think they're... Probably... something. Oh, I think it's the... No, it's not. No, it's not. I have no idea. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Well, folks, you heard it here first.
Rangru doesn't know.
Nah, I was going to go that. That comes off kind of harshly.
That's cool. I've heard worse.
Meanwhile, the MG platoon comes under firepower, and the B1 goes down to a Junker.
Lovely jubbly.
I have no idea what that means, but I'll just nod sagely.
It's means like very good.
Ah, just chuffed, are you?
Yeah, just absolutely chuffed with that kill. That Stuka's a right ledge, you know. Going in and just smashing down that B1.
Did we talk about the Hero Pack 40 that's going to happen here?
Oh, yeah. We can talk about him alright. Mr. Lotcher is just launching array, and one day he's just going to walk... Well, the Panzer III's actually hidden behind cover, and same with the Panhard.
He's not going to get one kill. I don't know how he just died, but it wasn't because...
it's a Messerschmitt.
That...
It was
no,
Messerschmitt.
Messerschmitt, the Junker.
Was it the... Was the Junkers also firing at it? Because the
I
Messerschmitt
don't
also
know.
strafed it at the same time. We're
Well,
gonna
the
have to
Pack
see the
40 cleans up,
history.
though.
And if Pack 40 gets a kill. Yo,
It
the
was Junker.
Allied air power, yo. 2-star Tempests are not to be sniffed at.
Or trifled with.
Or trifled for sure. Bless him. Bless him.
Now here's going to be interesting. The FU-39 is going to get one shot off. No, not even. I would have been fascinated had he been able to get a kill on that Sherman.
Well, that's not going to be the case. Yeah, Mr. Let me see, War Phases. Just pretty much making a lovely breakthrough up north. His rifle spam is really putting quite a bit of a trifle on Sturmovic's defences here. As he's bringing in Pioneers. That's a lot of rifles. That's a lot of rifles. At the same time, yo, Water could probably pop the pimple down south and distill these SAS Chasseurs and then the Partisans, and he's gonna pretty much have the whole southern flank under his control. So we're really seeing punch for punch on both flanks.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And I think he's he did not consider that well. His position was not considered well. He thought he was going to get a surrender. Unfortunately for him, there is a leadership role open in the company, and, well, that little Fallschirmjägerführer down there wants to fill it. So, with that blister, at that pimple, as you call it, being popped, well, Metzel is actually getting thrown back towards the sea. I'm really surprised by this.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, this should probably not be happening. But one brave man with a captured Panzerfaust may stopgap the entire attack. Here it comes. He's behind a tree. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. In the meantime, though, there has been a gun run going after that Stug. It works beautifully, and the double D tank is going to take that out.
Oh, yeah. Pops around the corner, and with its lovely stabilizers, the M4DD is going to get some quick shots on the stuff.
That literally will come in every cast.
That will come in every cast now, except for, unless we see a division, I think the only division that doesn't have it is 6th Airborne.
And probably some of the Russian ones when it comes out.
And of course some of the Russian runs. But yeah, 6th Airborne, only division to not have any variant of the Sherman tank. The more you know. Thank you for
Brought
the sound effect.
NBC. Nebelwerfer is ready to fire again, and he's going to fire down to the south, so that he will not be able to save the Stug. He probably won't even be able to save that Pigren. But God help me, he will blow a hole in that rifle spam.
Yeah, it's just like some Imperial Guard stuff right here, just throwing in all the riflemen.
And I would say Sturmovik is doing an equally Imperial Guard thing. Shell your own lines, let the brave men hold.
The Commissar will not be happy if you retreat. Not
exactly.
Not one step back.
If you lose your weapon, draw your knife. If you lose your knife, use your fists. If the enemy shoots off your fist, bite them. And after that, I kind of forget the rest of the line. But it's equally inspiring and kind of depressing at the same time.
Too bad it's no, like... I mean, I understand why not, because it'd be really neat, but having, like, bayonet charges... I mean, it'd be
that
cool.
happens at one point. That happens at one point. There's an entire book that's told from... I want to say it's like the Cadian Tank Regiment. They're on Armageddon, trying to get a Bane Blade or something like that back. And one of the infantry regiments, along with this armored tank division or regiment, whatever the hell it is, gets it engaged by a bunch of orcs while they have bayonets and basically their las guns. As you might suspect, it does not go particularly well for the Imperial Guard.
I can imagine. But I was also meaning in Steel Division.
Oh, I thought you meant 40k for a second. I was like, that is definitely possible, but it will not be wonderful.
Yeah.
It looks like there's going to be maybe one time for one last Nebelwerfer barrage right to the front before he gets taken out by these rifles. Yes, the Flak Vierling is in the area, but he's not really close enough to do a whole lot of good.
Oh no. And the P-47 is coming in.
Yeah, that's possibly enough.
Oh,
wow.
Ha! Lucky bastards. Oh, it's just the small P-47 bombs, I believe.
Well, somebody's firing somebody.
Yep, and Allied air supremacy is not to be trifled with, especially with both SAS and 2nd Infantry, as they both have really good air power, especially when it comes to fighters.
Yes, they do.
It's the perfect fighter combo. Got those, nippy, fast P-38s and P-47s, and you got the rugged and reliable Tempest and veteran Tempest to do everything else. At the same time,
Stormlovic is tapped out.
we don't know if it's, of course we never know if it's a tap out
Of
or
course.
if he got a DC in terms of internet being cut or something, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a tap out, as it's not looking too good.
That is a tap out.
Yeah,
It
it's a tap
wouldn't
out,
give us left the game otherwise.
Yeah, so that's not going to be good for Water. I mean, Water's he's making really good progress down south, and the Axis are still winning, in terms of points. They are winning. It's just about whether the line can be held up north against this blue rave of things.
And we have talked about the fact that very often, if the AI has nothing else better to do, it will just throw troops into the meat grinder, and that, frankly, is exactly what's needed here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, and it's also a very narrow front, really, where Let Me Steal Warface is pushing.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe just throwing in everything in the kitchen sink from the AI point of view will be enough to hold. It's just about whether the AI is smart enough to kill these Sherman DDs. It's really the pain in the ass.
Well, that was a B3, so that's a good start.
Yeah, Water getting a good kill, yeah. And if he can just knock out his M4s, the rifles are pretty much easy to deal with, as they're really relying on fire support. Oh, here comes Gabby. It's been a while.
Yeah, I was just saying, we don't think I've seen him in several games with the 2nd Infantry.
Yeah, such a shame. Such a lovely hero unit. It has a really cool skin. I really like Gabby's skin.
That got a little Silence of the Lambsy there for a second.
I love feeling Gabby's skin. Oh, God.
Curse you, Jake Peralta. Curse you.
Yeah.
Internal fire on that Sherman. If that 2nd Infantry tank goes down to the north, there's not a whole lot else in there.
So maybe.
Regardless, yep. Please.
Maybe Water can even win this, even though he is down a teammate. He's getting pushed a little bit in the southern middle area. His Grenadier is going to be holding strong, and hold strong he does.
Well, that's one thing he knows how to do. This Junker, okay, the Junker comes back with the 14, carpet bombing things. Might even take out a couple of these vehicles, which would be an excellent. Oh no.
Nope.
Okay.
It's just here to scare him off a little bit.
Meanwhile, down to the south, Jagdpanzer has been here for quite a bit of time, and it looks like those chasseurs as well. Well, actually, 2 chasseurs units. Those aren't the same ones. Never mind. I was going to say, oh my god, those guys have survived all of that German fighting, but nope, that's impossible.
Nope. The Jagdpanzer is definitely an interesting choice. It's not really doing anything. I mean, I understand it has it for the defense, but it's not really doing anything. And we got big Flak 88 being brought into the southern middle. And the Pack 14 in the southern middle too. Is that going to be enough to kill Sherman? I doubt it. No, it misses, of course. And down goes the Pack 40.
I just look at the Flak 36 that's been brought up to the center north.
Oh god, that's a pretty decentish position.
Well, again, Walter at this point, he's playing both sides of the map. You can see, actually, if you kick over to his vision, he's starting to deploy units.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, and while his B3 has just gone down, though I can't say for sure where that just happened. Oh, northeastern side, courtesy of Metzel's troops. Like we've been saying, as long as he's able just to keep things from sliding too far out of control, he could get this. Of course, that said, he would have to hold on for another 15 minutes, and judging by that massive massive wave of Let Me See Your War Cry, as well as that xylophone, ready to play those troops onto the battlefield, I do not know that that's going to be entirely possible.
Yeah, this is really just gonna come down to a numbers game up north, I imagine. And that xylophone's a really false multiplier when it comes to that.
That is very true.
Stugio, getting a good trade off with the Sherman, yeah. On the northern side, the Sherman is gonna wisely back out.
Well, I'll tell you what else is not going to wisely back out. P-47 Thunderbolts coming in with the big bombs, and that's going to get rid of pretty much everything in that small area.
It's like the three wise men delivering gifts.
Gold, frankincense, and kaboom. That's a quick check for myself. Yeah, I always feel like the xylophone should have a much longer range than 1,300 meters.
Yeah, it's just small rocket artillery. I mean, usually, yeah, I see. I kind of see what you mean. Yeah.
But in the meantime, down to the south, those two M4A3s, they're going to pretty much rip through anything that Walter's got left in the area.
Oh, yeah.
If his Airsats ally had not quite fallen back, he might have had a chance here. Tempest's going to take out his other B3 in a second. Yeah, those guys, he's mounting those 4 cannons. That's pretty hefty.
Yeah, Sherman's in the southern middle, and with no proper AT. I mean, yeah, you got the Flak 88, but he's in a terrible position to engage with Sherman's. That's really going to lose, southern middle bulge, and that was really the thing keeping Walter in the match so far.
Indeed, and there we go now. We're actually getting a +1 over here for the Americans and let's just call it the UKF. United Kingdom and France. And I want to see this first barrage from the xylophone. I can feel like it's coming soon. Whoa. What happened?
Flak 88? I think it's a Flak 88 shot.
Okay, so he just freaked out like 19 things by doing it once.
Yeah, they're really close to that rifle squad. Or really rifle platoon with how close they're all together. Jeez.
Well, I had the xylophone highlighted and it suddenly disappeared. And I was like, it's not dead, is it? No, it was not dead.
He's just tactically repositioning in a far away location.
Indeed he is. And once again, this computer, well, he's held the line. In fact, I think he's even recovered some of it too.
Yeah, but also at the same time, Reuters also has like a Stug 3 up north, on the tippity top north, dealing with the Sherman, so that's helping out quite a bit.
The AI's improved. Shh. Last patch.
When was the last patch?
Good question.
Yeah, it's been goddamn too long.
Xylophones in the meantime, though, that is sweet, sweet music, unless you're German. The Germans are much more marimba kind of people. That's going to do a devastating amount of morale damage, if nothing else. And with that, I would say the rifle squads could just start pouring on in. Well, Walter's brave air power, outnumbered and outgunned, is going to go hardcore. It takes out one plane, but he's probably going to buy it himself here.
Yeah, the other Flak 88 on the southern side. Not going to be able to shoot as he's been suppressed, and there goes the Luftwaffe.
Yep.
Luftwaffe is now going to be forced to Luftland as he's all being shot down.
Boo. Ugh, but alright, so the half track, one of those flak tracks over there, not quite the same one we had seen on Tuesday, but another flak track, pretty much taking out those mortars. But amusingly enough, despite the flak track engaging pretty much anything in sight and probably running out of ammo just before he dies, I do not believe the Germans are going to turn this around.
No, it's really just tipped in the Allies' favour. And I think we are going to be seeing a tap out in just a few seconds. Yeah, Water taps out. And that's a bit of a shame because they really had it. Like, even though it's being pushed pretty hard up north, Sturmovik, he probably could have held and give Water enough breathing room to continue with his southern push. Because that was working really well, that southern push.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
That is a shame. That's a real shame.
But in the meantime, though, what are we going to see? Well, kind of a lopsided KD for the Axis players. Historically as well, Germans doing fairly well early on against Metzel. That was the courtesy of the off-map call-in.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it kind of goes back and forth quite a bit.
Yeah. The Stug did go down at the start to the AT gun. That was the thing that killed it. And there was another thing I remember. I think it was a Sherman or something.
Whoa, good golly, Miss Molly. Go to kills for a second and just you're I realize it's all infantry, but wow.
M4s, yeah.
Yeah.
Red Man definitely show a lot of reds, yeah. He's just shooting bloody everything, including the BMWs. And the other one, Hernandez, knocking out quite a bit as well. At the same time, in terms of losses, Stug 4 did pretty good. Yeah, that's against the American infantry. We don't know what he did against the SAS infantry. As we have no way to actually see it. But yeah, pretty good match. Both sides played pretty well. So it's the same about the tap out, because Water probably could have pushed. I think the Axis really got a good chance of winning. If Zermafik stayed in. Of course we will never know now.
Indeed, but Walter was diluting his strength at the end, and like you said, might have been able to hold on.
And also, good job to Rawface. He really pushed that northern side. I mean, he pushed well enough to just blow on right through. That's how you play second infantry, just overwhelming numbers and firepower. It's grade A second infantry play.
That is absolutely right. But for right now, I think that's going to do it for us for this week in terms of Steel Division coverage, unless something smashing comes up in the next day or two.
Aye.
So, folks, that's going to do it for us. Rang, if you have nothing else to say.
Nothing at all.
All right, folks, in that case, we'll see you all soon. This is Con Ulrich.
I'm Rang Ru. Take it easy.